Well, I made it out to the Sacred Circle tonight. Did a lot of work today. Leg really didn't give me any problems, so I'm really happy about that. Yeah, glasses day. I had to take the contacts out. The flowers that I planted at the Sacred Circle are all standing up, including the daisies. So there'd be a nice array of flowers. I need to put some more pachysandra, some bluebells, and I think I'm going to plant some lilies, maybe. So I don't know if they'll bloom because there's a lot of shade. I got to look at stuff. I've got a ton of white moths, and I feel bad because some of them have actually gone into the candles. But before everything goes out, I thought I would show everybody the new Sacred Circle. And here we go. So, I just spilled my drink. Oh well, shit. This candle here and this sigil here, Vinny, this is for Isam and you, Rustam and Yara. I lit a candle. I said a little devotional to him, and I asked Luna to befriend him, okay? As you can see, I've got tons of white moths out here flying around. Anyway, so my sigil is done. This is mine and Tom's because we built it together. The candle's out. This sigil here is for Kiana. She got a birthday coming up, and she's missing Luna, and she's missing her brothers, and she's missing the way life used to be. It's hard getting old because things change. I mean, I miss having my kids here. I miss car shows. This last weekend, we would have watched fireworks in the field by the winery. Gone to this Saturday, gone to the Strawberry Festival with car. Drove around, probably got ice cream. Raced Dad to get home. The house would have been all done, flowers all done, and we would have been having Casey's birthday party on Saturday. I'd be rushing around to get we'd probably have to have it on Sunday because her birthday falls on the car show. This one here is for you, Ashton and Jazz, to give strength, understanding, forgiveness, compassion, passion, laughter, joy, strength, unity, understanding, patience, lots of love, lots and lots of love. This one here is for you, Tom and Tori. Lots of strength, lots of love, lots of compassion, a lot of understanding. And this one's all for my grandchildren. Miracle Hope, smile. Smile, because when you smile, you light up the room. Your smile is what they call infectious. It makes people instantly happy and want to smile back. You have a beautiful voice. You're a beautiful girl. And I'm so very proud of you. Faith Lorraine, I miss you. I love you very, very much. and think about you. I haven't heard Majestica tonight, but I have been playing some music. Cast it for your ear. I want you to heal, be healthy, free of illness, diseases, viruses, accidents, and misfortune. And I did that for you as well, Miracle Hope. Serenity, Valerie, I love you, baby girl. Strength, patience, understanding, compassion, and lots of love, because I love all three of you. So anyway, these are the sigils. These are Native American, and these are all the flowers that I planted. Those are violets. Those are daisies. More violets. Bluebells. Daisies. Just an array of flowers that I had. I cleared all this. It's all free of leaves, but I'm going to have to use the leaf blower, because with the flowers I can't rake or I'll hurt the flowers. My idea with the plates and using my old solar lights as candle holders, I think looks great. It lit up the entire circle. Over here as well. And these are all flowers. These are those pretty yellow flowers. I planted them. I dug some up to transplant. And these take off. They fill in. They're an invasive thing, which is fine because I like this to fill in. Pachysandra, same thing. It'll fill in. Some more Pachysandra. And this over here is lemon balm. And pick some leaves and start drinking lemon balm tea. Very good for you. I have some more lemon balm planted. Ferns. Some more daisies. One looks like one's about to open. My cute little ferns. They just kind of grew here, so I'm letting them stay. Bluebells, and it looks like these are going to take, so I'm really happy. And the altar got used tonight, and I think it looks great. All corners are represented. My spell for prosperity. The moon was 65% lit up tonight, and it was over here, so it was really beautiful. My lantern's probably gonna go. And I've been using this as a candle holder, holding tapers, and it worked out well. And using these with the tea lights, I get all that. It's just wonderful. And I got candles on the stone. Now these are from Yankee Candles, and they basically help keep the mosquitoes away. They smell great. They really do. And they burn for a long time, giving off a lot of light. I am going to get that moved and finish the rocks in here. And we're going to get another chimera, and I'll be able to have a controlled fire out here, which I'm looking forward to. But I really think the Sacred Circle, it's just beautiful. It's complete. Oh my God, she's talking to me. Hoo hoo hoo! Hoo hoo hoo! I haven't heard her all night. She must have just woke up, or I don't know. Came home and noticed me. Hoo hoo hoo! Hoo hoo hoo! Hoo hoo! Hoo hoo hoo! Hoo hoo hoo! Hoo hoo! Hoo hoo hoo! Hoo hoo hoo! Hoo hoo! I guess she's being shy. Or maybe that was her brief hello to say, I'm done hunting. I'm going to bed. But at least I know she's still here. This would be 2 years that she's been here. But I'm very, very happy with the Sacred Circle. My next thing is to get the Adirondack chairs out here, and it'll be a nice meeting place. Nice place to sit, have a drink, conversate, enjoy the nature, enjoy the woods. The bunny's been enjoying a new flower bed. Free food. But anyway, I just think this looks spectacular. I'm very proud of what I created here. And I'm being very safe with the candles. I just think it's absolutely beautiful here. And it's mine. Very, very happy. And the new teepee's coming along. I would walk over, but I haven't really cleared that path yet. So, to be walking it at night. Anyway, I wanted to say I love you, Thomas J, Victoria, Lorraine, Miracle Hope, Faith Lorraine, Serenity Valerie, Tiger, Meow Mix, Flash, and Remy. You're all in my heart and in my thoughts when I'm out here. Ashton Slade, Jaslyn Marie, Jamila Faye, Jackson, Piper. You're all in my heart and my devotionals. I wish nothing but the best for you too. Kiana Cheyenne, Kiana Cheyenne, Lachlan Jade Nesson, Sirius Sassafras Savek, Pookie, Tom. I love you. And as Kiana's birthday approaches, oh, is she going to be surprised? Mom had fun buying birthday presents for Kiana. And I have a feeling she's going to get a surprise from her brother, Ashton Slade, and her sister-in-law, Jaslyn Marie. Just have this feeling. I've been working outside. I have started a little plan to work on the house. Get that pool table covered. get things put away. That trailer that Tommy's letting us have will solve a lot of that problem. But I do need to go to the house and get some of the furniture, like my little Amish tables I'd like in the front windows. And I'd like to take the side table and put it next to the bench, moving the end table into the living room, candle holder someplace else. And then I would like to move the baker's rack and put Grandma's hutch there. And it would kind of be an extension of the countertop. And then get the entertainment center that's at home, the one I bought from Joe. Put it on that wall. And figure out where the the baker's rack is gonna go. And there's really no spot in the kitchen. Unless I put it back in the kitchen and put the white cabinet thing in the living room. I don't know. I've got a lot of things to think about. This house is so much smaller than Bennett State and has less walls defining it. Where Buckner Street, I had this big, huge laundry room that went out into a breezeway back porch that went into the garage or out back, or sliding glass doors that went to the front little patio. I had a covered side porch, a little covered front porch, and I had an enclosed side porch that ended up being my altar room. I had a decent sized living room, kind of a small dining room, but the kitchen was good size. And the 2 bedrooms upstairs, the closet downstairs. But the biggest help was that garage. Everything was fenced in, the dogs could run around, and we had a building next to us, a side wall, so we didn't have any houses and we didn't have anything next to us on the other side either. But it wasn't out in the country. I just have to downsize, take some things to the Goodwill, give some things to family. I want to be able to use the pool table, so honestly, the Amish table's in front of the window, and Joe's entertainment center centered over where the ceiling isn't peaked. And the deer, and that should be it. And then that little antique record stereo thing I bought, which is on the wall, my bedroom wall, so it won't come anywhere near. So I got white moths everywhere. They're all coming to the candlelight. It makes me sad though, because a lot of them end up, very pretty here. Very, very pretty. So I'm going to enjoy a few moments, and then I had to blow everything out because Siri's probably going out of his skin. I told him I'd only be an hour, and I think I've been out here for 2, maybe 3. But I wanted to light it up and see how it looked. Do some magic. I blessed it. I had my moon water out here, which was a good thing because I ended up pulling out some poison ivy. So I don't know, when I get in, I'll have to grab the Dawn. But I immediately washed my hands with the moon water that I had. But I really think these plates help illuminate. Instead of throwing them out, they were really pretty, but they stopped working, so I pulled the tops and I made candle holders out of them. They stake nicely into the ground, and then having the Halloween plastic plate behind them gives them more illumination. And it just looks so pretty. Oh, I forgot I got a lantern there. I'll have to light that one up next time. And I need to clean Luna's Circle because the 11th is the full moon, and I'm supposed to be doing the full moon rites there, so I love the pentacle. Casey did a wonderful job on it. It's a great earth altar. And even though it's the remains of the teepee, it's like the phoenix rising from the ashes. This whole place is. Me clearing it. I mean, it just looks, no more sticks over there. There's flowers and there's sigils. And it's just beautiful. I'm paying my homage and my respect to nature, to the goddess and God, thinking about my family and friends, just enjoying the night. It's just beautiful out here. And as you see, those are the lights of the house. So I'm not that far away from my house. But I am definitely enjoying my sacred circle, my sacred space. And now I can say it's mine. Got to work on the rocks on this path a little bit. As you can see, the side I need to clear, that side I need to clear, except for the pachysandra that's creeping in. Which, if the pachysandra grows on the one side of the path, I'd love it. I got plenty there to transplant. I just think this place is so special. So I'm going to take some pictures and see what I see. But I wanted to say hi. Pay my respects to Vinny and her beautiful son Isem. Sending them love. Rustum and Yara. Auntie Tammy loves you. Vinny, I'm here for you. And like I said, the candle that's burning right there is for you. Paying homage to your beautiful dog, your beautiful heart, and your beautiful family. And I am so lucky that I get to be a part of that I met you, and we had an instant connection over German Shepherds. And we're both very spiritual people. And I do hope one day I can come meet you. That would be great. I'd love to see India. When the world isn't so mixed up and crazy, I really would love things to go back to the 1980s. That decade was so special. I'm so glad I was a teenager in the 1980s and I got to experience some great stuff. The 90s and the grunge, I stayed in my 80s outfits and I didn't. And then the 2000s came, techno and punk, And I don't know. The technology that we have now that we did not have in the 1980s is supposed to make everybody's life easier. But in actuality, it has made people disconnect. Instead of driving or walking or riding your bike to a friend's house to conversate, to hang out, everybody just text messages. It's so impersonal. So many things can be taken the wrong way because you don't always know the tone of the person that's typing. The 1980s were very special. I'm very glad that I got to experience that era. I made some great friends. I had two really good friends in school. One was Shara Edwards, who isn't with us anymore, and she had a love for dogs too. She had beautiful German Shepherd mixes, and she helped with a rescue. And she finally found the happiness that she was looking for. I see Cheryl from time to time. I'm gonna try calling and doing things, but she's got her clique and the girls that she does things with. So I'll see her at the reunion, see her in town sometimes. I've told her I wanted to get together. Christ, she could come out here and hang out and have a drink. Now, her and her husband, and Tom would come out and talk to him. He actually really liked your husband. But people get busy. COVID changed a lot of things too. But anyway, that time of my life was just very special. Even though I had my accident, even though I left home early because I had trouble with my mom, even though my first marriage was a complete disaster, I found my way to the husband that I have and created the life that I have and had with my kids. And it was very beautiful, and it still is beautiful. And now I'm sharing it with my grandchildren, who are going to absolutely love coming out here. There's going to be a path straight ahead. I started building the teepee, and they're going to have a play area. I'm going to clear it and move the trees and rake it, kind of like I did this. I might even outline the path in stones. I have enough. But there'll be a path going from the sacred circle into like a square because of the 4 trees that fell down and made the area like a square. And the 1 tree you can sit on. So I'm thinking about getting some plastic slides, some stuff from play school. The slides that you can slide on, and then you can also go inside them and other pieces connect. I want to get something like that. And what'll be nice is they won't be in the sacred circle because I was worried about them, knocking things down, tripping over the rocks, typical stuff that happens with kids. But the path should be pretty steady and easy for them. They'll have the play area. The teepee is going to be bigger. I've got my chair in there. So I'll be able to sit in there. I'm thinking I'm still going to do beanbag chairs, and I'm going to get some of that green outdoor deck type carpeting. Get a piece of it and just lay it down and have the beanbag chairs, and then we can sit in there and have a tea party or play Witch School or Princess, whatever you want to play out here. We can play hide and seek. And what's nice is I've cleared most of the poison ivy that's in the area of our spots. Sacred Circle here, Luna Circle, which is over there, and then I'm going to have a nice play area for them. They can play in the woods, we can have tea parties, we can play games. So I am looking forward to having the grandkids stay. I'm hoping that comes to fruition, especially with their camper being here. The kids can sleep in the beds in the camper, and I can stay out there with them, and Tom can take care of Siri, or Kiana can stay out there, and Dad can take care of Lachlan. I mean, we'd figure it out. But with the camper here, it would be nice to just have one of the girls, or I don't know, with Casey here, we might be able to handle doing Faith too. Because little Faith and me, we definitely bonded. It's a beautiful night. It really is. Yeah, I just stumbled. Yeah, I'm getting tired. But I wanted to say hey and let everybody see the Sacred Circle, the new and improved Sacred Circle. And I'm very happy with it. My ritual went really well. Everybody's in my heart. You know who you are. And know that I love you, even if I don't call often enough. And I know I don't. I get very occupied in the flowers and the house and with my leg and appointments. And, I know I need to work on calling people back and calling the grandkids more. Things are going to wind down. I'm almost done getting all the flower beds together. I just need to order some solar lighting. Move the table and chairs on the deck to out back where the little pine trees are, a little sitting area. That table just never worked out. It never was done properly. It was supposed to be... They were supposed to strip the paint and do a little more than they did, but it doesn't matter because it was made up in another way. So I'm not going to complain. It's just not the type of table that heavier people like my husband can sit in, or Tommy didn't like it because it's wrought iron, so it's not comfortable on the tushy. So what I would like to do is just buy an outdoor sectional that maybe has like the built-in tables on each end. The deck is definitely big enough for that. I could still have the lounging chairs to lay in the sun. That's what I want to do. I just need to find a sale on something like that, or even hit Marketplace. But I think an outdoor sectional with end tables would look really good. And then we'll have to figure out a decent outdoor chair for Tom to sit in. And just go from there. Because he's now got the smoker and both of his grills. So he'll be grilling meat all summer. Getting it packaged and then frozen, so we can use it all winter long. He's also started the garden, the vegetable garden, but he is a bit behind. But I am a little bit too. I don't have my elephant ears in yet. I'm going to do that tomorrow, and then I'm going to finish putting the irises in that were gifted to me. And I'm so thankful, Jackie, because I love irises. Most of my irises are at home, and I bet they're still blooming. Also, Jackie, whenever you want to get together, you said something about going to this exercise gym place, and I never heard anything. You said Saturday morning around noon, but you never called me, so I don't know if I'm just supposed to walk over there 1:45 and say, "Hey, I'm here to go," or if you decided to take Smaya or somebody else. But I was kind of looking forward to doing that. I don't know what happened with Memorial Day. I got stuff together. We made shrimp dip. We made macaroni salad, and Tom and Casey did Chevetta's chicken. And Tom went over to talk to Louie, and Louie said you guys weren't doing anything. So I don't know what happened there, because I had talked to you about getting together and about what you were going to make, so we could kind of make some stuff to complement it. And I had bought plates and silverware, so my family would have had plates and silverware, and then we would have just bought our own drinks. Then we would have had Chevetta's chicken, the shrimp dip, and an array of crackers and chips. Which is shrimp dip is my grandma's recipe, so it's very good. Casey has learned to make it, and she does a supreme job. And her and Tom kicked ass with the Chevetta's chicken. They really did. So we just did it on the deck, enjoyed dinner, played with the dogs, talked, called the kids. So I mean, it was a nice Memorial Day, and of course it was our anniversary for the vow renewal. But I guess you just didn't want to get together, or things didn't work out. I don't know, because I haven't talked to you. So you have to let me know what's going on and what's going on with the exercising thing, because I said I would go. I just need to know when. So I can be ready. I don't know when you want to come to the Sacred Circle. I was thinking maybe you, me, Kiana, and Samaya could celebrate Midsummer's Eve and do it over here. Or we can do it over at your place with your circle, your fire, and your teepee. I have no qualms about going over there and doing it. I just thought you might like to come and see the new and improved Sacred Circle, because it's really a beautiful creation, and it's a lot different. And Trish, I'd love to have you here too, because you were the first person that I ever walked out here before any of this was done. It was just a path, and I was dumping my dog's doo-doo, and I saw something that could be done here, something special. And well, now it is special. It's very special. And I'd like to share it with you. I'd like to do a ritual with you, a full moon rite, cast some spells, drink a few cocktails. Oops. Yeah, it's getting time to go in. I'm tripping over things, so I'm tired. I didn't bring a chair, so I've been standing and walking and dancing and this and that. I had the music on. So I gotta extinguish the candles and get back in the house. But I wanted to say I love everybody, and you're always in my thoughts, my prayers, and my devotionals, and you all mean the world to me. And I'm here. Mom is here. Your friend is here. I am here. And I love you all. And to the few subscribers I have, thank you. And yeah, Vinny, I need to learn how to tag and do some things for my channel. I realize that. But I wanted you to know that Ism was in my heart and my devotionals and in my thoughts, and I did light a candle in one of my sigils in honor of him and in honor of you and your family, how you give these dogs homes, how you help with the rescue, just everything about you. You are an extraordinary person, an extraordinary woman, and I am so grateful to have you as my friend. You will never know what your friendship means to me. And I can't wait to meet you someday, because I'm going to give you the biggest and tightest hug that you've ever had. And then you can show me India. And I look forward to that trip. I really do. But I love you, Vinny. I really do. And thank you for being with me, for guiding me. You know, this YouTube channel is new, so I do appreciate the feedback and the help. Like I said, you're just an extraordinary person and a beautiful friend. And I know the loss and the pain. It's really raw. You miss him. The other dogs aren't acting quite right because, you know, a member of their pack is missing. I know dogs grieve and they process grief differently than we do. But I want to move my shells. I gotta get the bag out here and finish the shells. That's one thing. I started the shells and then never. I need to finish that. Shells are representative of the goddess, of rebirth, fertility, parts of the Mother Earth, that type of thing. Shells are very powerful. They're used in a lot of spells. A lot of witches have shells on their altar, big conch shells, because sometimes you use them to call in the corners. A lot of the Wiccans in Hawaii and places like that actually blow the conch shell and call for directions, four corners in that way. But it's just extraordinary out here. And it's mine. So I'll give everybody one last view. And I just want to say I love everybody. And I hope everybody is enjoying their summer. Kiana Cheyenne, I'm so proud of you. I am so glad that you're still here. And you're also an extraordinary woman. And I'm so glad that we have the relationship that we have. It's the way I wish I could have had the relationship that we have. I wish I could have had it with Jeanette. It just wasn't meant to be. So I hold on to the good years, the bus trips that were fun. There were a few trips that things got said. We went to this donut place first, and I don't know what happened. And she got upset about something and kind of flew off the handle a little bit. And I just went and sat by myself with my donut, you know? And then when we went to the next place, she was quiet all the way there. And there was a few bus rides like that. Most of them were good. We talked and we slept. We ate our snacks. I always brought the licorice that she liked. The only candy I was actually allowed to have as a child. Twizzlers. But anyway, most of the trips were a lot of fun. And then staying at her house for the weekend and going yard sailing or going to the Salvation Army or the junk stores, going to her friend's store before she had to close it. You know, it was fun. You know, being with Sweetie, watching Hallmark movies. I had 10 years with Jeanette. Wonderful years. Got to go to some extraordinary places. and got to spend some time, at home with my mother and Sweetie Pie. And then, well, COVID happened, and we went down for Ashton's wedding and ended up staying for 4 months, and it pissed her off. And I stopped calling because every time I called, instead of asking how things were going, what the kids were doing, typical things that a grandmother and a great-grandmother should ask, it was always, what are you doing with Bennett State? And what's Casey going to do with our life? And it was just a cognitive down. And I never quite understood, because she always said she didn't want negativity into her life. But yet everything she said, like about her friend, I'm not going to say her friend's name, but she always said, oh, she has too many flowers and not enough time, and she does this wrong. And I'm thinking, I think her flowers look awesome. And just because her flowers don't look like yours doesn't mean they look bad. Not everybody is as manicured and, as they say, anal retentive as you are. She gets some flowers, she plants them, and lets them go. I mean, weeds them and does what she can. Not everybody's like you. Not everybody's going to do the same. But I noticed a pattern. Anytime you talked about anybody, it was always negative. It was always, they did this wrong, or they didn't do that right, or you were upset about something. And I realized that if you talk to me about your friends like that, I can just imagine when you're with your friends, what you said about me. And that whole insurance thing pissed me off, because it wasn't none of your friends' business what insurance I had. And I don't care if she doesn't feel that I deserve my husband's military insurance, because I wasn't in the military. No different than his post office benefits. I'm his wife, and I'm entitled to the insurance and benefits. And it really was nobody's business. But anyway, getting off my mother and all that, I do think about her. I mean, it's hard not to when I'm planting flowers and, thinking about the summers and the things that we did, little picnics that we had, little wine tasting that we had. She was a different person 10 years ago. She was a different person. And slowly but surely, the person and the personality that doesn't like me and doesn't want anything to do with me came in and never left. She's not interested in Tommy's life. She's not interested in Ashton's life. She's not interested in Kiana's life. She's really not interested in my life. The only thing she seems to be interested in is finding fault with how all of us live our lives. And I'm sorry, we're not you, and everybody's different and chooses to do things differently, and there's nothing wrong with that. And you actually bring the negativity to yourself, because all you do is talk negative about other people. And then I'm sure when you're with your friends, all you do is talk negative about me and the kids and the situation. I couldn't do that anymore. I just couldn't do it anymore. So I just stay away. I don't call. I mean, we always had this thing because Grandma Smith always called and sang happy birthday to us. It was just a thing. So when Grandma Smith passed away, me and my mother kept the tradition going. She would call me on my birthday and she would sing happy birthday to me. And then I'd get a card. Either she'd hand it to me or send it in the mail with some money. Or said we could go to dinner and then go to one of the junk stores and I could get some stuff, something like that. Maybe got me a bag of bird seed for my birds and a nice dinner at the little restaurant store in Casadega. And sometimes we just sit by the lake or go into Lily Dale and walk around. But anyway, her birthday's before mine, and naturally I called. She didn't answer, so I sang happy birthday to her. Me and Kiana did, and we left it on her answering machine. I also sent her a card, and I send her a card for all the holidays. My birthday rolled around, no card in the mail, and she never called, and she never sang me happy birthday. And it was the first time my mother didn't call me on my birthday. And it hurt like fucking hell. I cried about it. I had Casey save the messages. My mom left me messages on my phone. And I have 2 of them where she's singing happy birthday to me. Unfortunately, one of them, she was kind of sick. So you can tell she's got a cold. The other one is fine. And then there's just messages about the trips and about Sweetie. And I got you some birdseed and I want to come up. Or do you want to come down and go to the creek? Do you and Kiana want to come down? Do you and Tom and Kiana want to come down and have a cookout? I got a chicken. She would get those chickens that are already cooked and just heat it up in the microwave and then make macaroni salad. And we'd sit out back with Sweetie and have a picnic. And it was fun. And me and Casey would go to the creek, go swimming, sit in the sun, collect rocks. I brought my wagon and started loading up flat rocks. That's how I ended up doing the Froggy Fountain. But when she didn't call and sing me happy birthday, I realized it's gone. And I just need to remember those 10 years that we had together. It seemed like from birth to me being aware, not being a baby anymore, I spent the weekends and the holidays with my grandparents or my grandmother. I spent the entire summer as a child away from my mother. I spent half the summer out to the cottage with the McCubbins and then half the summer with Grandma Smith at her apartment. And she had a big apartment, dining room, 2 bedrooms, living room, kitchen, bathroom. And it was a great location. We could walk to church, we could go to yard sales, we'd go to the beach, did the fair, did the fireworks. She did that with me. And then I never really saw my mother when I was with the McCubbins. I never saw her. Now, Grandma Smith, she did Sunday night dinners and everybody was supposed to be there. And I know she did most of the dinners to try to keep me and my mom having some sort of relationship. But off and on, like when I was 19 and I left home, she didn't talk to me. We didn't see each other for about 4 years. So she didn't go to my graduation. She didn't go to the awards ceremony where I won 2 awards. Most independent student and most likely to succeed. The teachers said because of my situation and how I was handling going to school, getting decent grades and passing grades in social studies and things that I had trouble with, and having an apartment and living on my own, taking care of myself, taking care of a dog, and having a job and actually having a gas and electric bill just like my teachers, they admired me. And I think some of them felt sorry for me. And then eventually we hung out. I had Tommy and I don't know. Me and Tom helped you through the whole thing with Russell. He would go get the truck We picked up your house from his temper tantrum. But you don't seem to remember any of that. So, you've decided that you just don't want me in your life, that your life is easier when I'm not around. So that's okay. Made it perfectly clear how you feel about me when you didn't call me and wish me a happy birthday. I didn't care how mad I was at you. I always called you on your birthday. I didn't call you this year. I sent a card, but after you didn't wish me a happy birthday, I wasn't gonna, if you can't take the time to call me to wish me a happy birthday, something that you've done since I was born, then what's the point? There is no point. So, getting off that, I'm trying to release that. I'm trying to release a lot of the pain from my childhood, and of course my Facebook post pretty much. And then people who know her are going to see it. So, it's the truth. Living with her was not easy. She wanted everything a certain way, and I tried to do things her way and never measured up. Nothing I ever did was good enough, and that's how I felt. And I spent my days in the woods, and Dale would come over and hang out with me, take me to the store, buy me stuff, buy me a burger. And he always told me someday you're going to have a life, you're going to meet somebody, you're going to have some kids, and you're going to be happy, Tammy. Well, he was right. He was right. I made the life that I wanted. I wanted a big family. I hated being only child. I was very lonely. And only having my mother, a mother that wasn't really around much, I was with my kids every day. I was involved in everything they did. Good or bad, they didn't get away with shit. We were very into our kids. We went to Tommy's football games. Tom went to the wrestling. That I couldn't do because I couldn't see my son pinned and, yeah, I couldn't do it. I told Tommy, if I see somebody pin you down, I'm going to get up and go pop somebody's kid because you're my baby. So Dad did the wrestling. It was fun. It was a good life. The house served its purpose. And now we're here, and I'm meant to enjoy my golden years. But I have to get some organization going in that house. I need to downsize and figure out the best course of action and the best way to do things for my golden age. Things that are going to work out for Tom. And of course, August I can start looking for my puppy. And I'm really hoping that Luna somehow comes back to me. I really, really would like to have Luna come back to me. I miss the dog so much. I miss her. I really do. I cry. I cry every day. And what was interesting, everybody says your phone listens to you. So I don't know if it was the phone. I don't know if it was Luna. But some stuff came up in my YouTube feed. It was a woman talking about animals, their soul and grief, and that she can talk to them on the other side and communicate with them, and that if you talk to them, they're still here, they can hear you, and they will give you little signs, like you'll hear their name, or you'll think you'll see them out of the corner of your eye, or you'll find one of their toys, or something. It's a little something to let you know they're still here with you and they still care about you. And it was just really weird because I had been crying and I had really missed her. Losing Luna was very hard. losing any dog is hard. But when you have that instant and certain connection with a dog, some dogs you just connect with and in a immaculate way. I don't really know how to explain it. But Luna and me, we had a connection and it was beautiful. And I miss her. So I'm hoping she'll come back to me, as Vinny's hoping that Isam comes back to her. Anyway, I'm going to close this. And I'm going to say, blessed be. The 11th is the full moon. So I will be out at Luna's Circle. Got to get the furniture clean. Get the candle holders set up. So I can do the full moon rites out there. I figure I'll do the Sabbath here. And when I, want to do magic. Plus, I'm probably going to use this to entertain, with the Adirondack chairs and getting the little fire thing. Sitting out here will be nice. I'll have a little fire, but controlled. I have another lantern like the one hanging up. I can hang it in this tree. So you have one lantern there and another one. And then, of course, the candles, they light up the path. So anyway, blessed be, and I hope everybody has a great weekend. Finish enjoy your time with your family and be kind to each other and love each other. And I'll close with a little quote that I used to read every day. A giggle a day keeps the glooms away. Blessed be. I love you all. Bye.